Mississippi. WLOX News Now starts with breaking news.
That bus had just looked like it bottomed out over that hill, and when it bottomed out, it tried backing up just a little bit, and then you could see the train just, and it was gone.
Witnesses describe a horrific scene as CSX train slams into a charter bus that was stalled on the tracks this afternoon in the city of Biloxi. This is new video of the bus being removed from the tracks. At this hour, 3 people are confirmed dead. Earlier reports had said there were 4 fatalities, but we've just learned 3 people are dead. More than 30 others are being treated in the hospital right now. We also have some dramatic pictures that were taken by Harrison County Fire Chief Pat Sullivan showing the carnage in the moments following the collision. We have this story covered from every angle tonight. My co-anchor Hugh Keaton joins us live on the ground from that deadly scene. Hugh?
It all happened just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. A bus carrying around 50 people was trying to cross Main Street in Biloxi when a train collided with it. The train carried that bus several hundred yards. I counted 3 full blocks down to where the bus finally came to a stop. And Christina, as you said, we have confirmed tonight 3 people are dead as a result of the train hitting the charter bus. The charter bus was in the area going to casinos. It was en route to the Boomtown Casino, and it originated in Austin, Texas, carrying a group of senior citizens. Now, I spoke with a witness who saw it all unfold with his own eyes, and he reacted right after he saw it. He tried to rescue some people out of the bus, and he called 911 right after it happened. He describes the scene and how he reacted.
The military in me actually kicked in because, my first instinct was triage. What do you do when there's a triage? First, you call 911. Then you go to assess the situation in terms of your the wreckage, and of course, trying to get the people calmed down was my first instinct, was to get the people calmed down because they were hollering and screaming at the time and all excited about what had just happened.
As you hear, it sounds like an extremely scary situation, and there were multiple witnesses all around that saw it here around Main Street in Biloxi. Carrie Grace caught up with another one of those witnesses, and she continues our team coverage from right on the other side of the track.
Yeah, Hugh, there were multiple people who had to witness that horrific accident here earlier this afternoon. Lots of people who live in this area heard it as well. And now we were the first to the scene. Victor Williams was here. I followed, and there were so many emergency crews out here. We are told that response time was under 5 minutes. The first witness I spoke to said he saw the train hit the car and take it down the tracks. And he said that within about 5 minutes, multiple people had dialed 911, and when about 5 minutes or less is when he saw emergency crews show up on the scene. Now, another witness I did speak to said he was at his grandmother's house and he ran toward the train to tell the conductor to stop because the charter bus, he appeared to be stuck on the tracks. Unfortunately, it was too late.
By the time I got there, he had opened up the doors. They were starting to let some people off. They were elderly people, so they were kind of moving relatively slow. And I think it was like between 5 and 6 had got off the bus, and the deceased that were along the track, they were stuck in the door when the train made the impact. And that's how you had got the ones outside of the train, because they were trying to get off the bus.
Yeah, again, we know at this time 3 are confirmed dead, and we'll continue to follow that. For now, let's go back to Hugh Keaton. Hugh.
Thank you, Carrie. Actually, WLOX reporter Victor Williams was first on the scene right after we learned about this all happening just after 2 o'clock. Victor, when you got here this afternoon, what was it like?
Well, the scene was absolutely chaotic. I can tell you that when I got here, there was the first round of first responders who were out here trying to just assess or just trying to see what exactly was going on and trying to see how many people they could rescue. And then I guess they needed more help. And then the second round of first responders came in, and then the third round. And it seemed like every couple of minutes there was another wave of first responders here just trying to help out.
And just moments ago, we got an update on this whole situation from Biloxi Police Chief John Miller. Victor, you talked to him, and what did he tell you?
He basically told me that he didn't think about what he had to do when he got out here. He told me that he and his crews just got to work trying to help as many people as possible.
And let's take a listen to John Miller, what he said just moments ago.
Well, to be honest with you, we really haven't had time to think about difficulty. It was there. It had to be taken care of, and I think everybody has worked very well together to get it taken care of. True tragedy. There's no way to soften the blow for the families. It's just a terrible thing that has happened. But we've tried to do our part to make everybody as safe as possible since the accident.
Now, he did tell me that they are working to clear the scene as soon as possible. He did tell me that they are planning to move that train as well as the bus in the next couple of hours.
And the street here is expected to be open within the next hour. Let me bring in for another update the fire chief from Biloxi, Chief Boney. Thank you for joining us. I know it's been a difficult day for you, but what is the latest right now as far as this rescue effort?
Well, we've gotten everyone off the bus, transported to the hospitals, area hospitals. We're just in the process now of getting the bus secured and out of here so we can get the train moved.
What was the biggest challenge as far as, I saw how the bus was stuck to the train. What was the biggest obstacle in saving people off the bus?
Well, naturally the biggest challenge is amassing the personnel to be able to handle the job. We did that fairly quickly. I'm proud to say there were quite a few people severely injured on the bus. We had to triage people, get them off of the bus safely, get them to an area where we could transport them to the hospital, have them triaged and transported to the hospital. It takes a little bit of time, but I'm very proud of everyone along the coast, all the agencies that came and helped us. I can't thank them enough. This is a situation where you train for, but you can't have, there's no way you could have enough people on this, in the stations waiting for an incident like this. So it took quite a few calls to surrounding agencies to assist us.
How many agencies were here to help?
At least 7 or 8 around the coast. We had Gulfport came and assisted, Harrison County, the Iberville Fire Departments. We had Keesler Fire Department, and Keesler Medical came. James Carver with AMR also came, and the AMR was great. They did a great job. We had medical helicopters here. It took us a few minutes, but we got all the proper equipment here and transported the people. And I'm happy to say that of the ones that were injured, we got them off safely.
How long did it take to get everybody off that could be rescued?
It took us 1 hour and 4 minutes to evacuate 46 people, and some of them had to be cut out with the jaws, so it was that's quite a feet.
Yeah, that is a draining process, and a lot of them were senior citizens, or I think all of them, is that right?
Well, to my knowledge, most of them were, yes.
Okay, and we're estimates still around 50 people, and most of them are in area hospitals right now.
Right.
Okay. How difficult of a day has this been for you, and can you compare it to anything that you've seen in your career?
Well, I've been to large incidents, not large casualty incidents like this, so it's hard to compare. I'm still in a rescue mode, so it'll take me a while to settle down a little bit. You just, you go into that mode and you're trained, what you're trained to do. And every one of the first responders that responded to this scene did a professional job.
Thank you very much for joining us, Chief Boney. And we are told that the train will be moving later tonight. The bus is still here, and it will be removed, I'm told, within the next hour. And that is the story from here in Biloxi. We will continue updating it throughout the night here on WLOX. Reporting live in Biloxi, Hugh Keaton, WLOX News Now.
Such a tragic day today. Thank you so much, Hugh. We have a statement from CSX. It reads, quote, CSX personnel are working with first responders at a collision of a freight train and passenger bus in Biloxi, Mississippi. The collision this afternoon occurred at the Main Street crossing. The eastbound mixed freight train traveling from New Orleans to Mobile, Alabama had 3 locomotives and 52 cars, 27 loaded cars, and 25 empty cars. The crossing has flashing lights and crossing gates. Authorities in Biloxi report 3 fatalities and many injuries, and our thoughts are with all involved. The train crew was not injured. The company that owns the charter bus Echo Transportation also issued a statement today. CEO Jay Ferrari told WLOX News Now, "We're mobilizing right now to investigate. Once we're ready to make further comments, we will." WLOX News Now's team coverage of this tragedy continues in just a few minutes. But first, let's get a quick check of a very active radar from